Oh, no, no, no. Not the books. Happy Summerween. If you don't know what Summerween is, it is for people who love Halloween so much that they want to celebrate Halloween twice a year. I love Halloween. It is also a readathon hosted by Gabby Reads. I will link her information down below if you are interested. But it's a week-long readathon. I'll talk about the prompts, but basically you read spooky books or thrillers or horrors. And I did it last year and I had so much fun that this year I decided to document it, see how that goes. Oh, is that the spot? Oh, that's a spot. Okay, I have a lot of books here. Before I get into the books, I'm going to share the prompts for the readathon. So let me see if I remember it by heart. Okay, 1, reading in the dark. Read a thriller or a horror. Read a book with a night sky. Read a book that you've had on your shelf for more than a year. Oh, and read an audiobook or a manga or a novella. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I'm hitting all of the prompts. Before I get into this year's book, I want to talk about last year just because I did read some really fun books last year. Okay, so the first book I read before Summerween officially started was A Talent for Murder, but I don't have that book. A Talent for Murder, it was good. It wasn't great, but it was fun. It was a fun time. And I don't remember the author, but I'll see if I can look that up and then put it on the screen. So A Talent for Murder was the first thriller book that I read, and I liked it, but I didn't love it. Okay, and the second book that I read, I think this was the second book that I read, is You're Not Supposed to Die Tonight. I thought this book was really fun. It takes place at a summer camp. It's like a spooky summer camp. Basically, it's like a haunted house, but a summer camp. And you go and you pay to stay the night there, and it's a scary time. But things get a little too real. So that's all I'm gonna say about that book. So I thought it was the perfect vibe for Summerween. Takes place in the summer camp, thriller. It's YA, so it kind of had a bit of a Goosebumps vibe, you know? I think she's in high school, but it was a fun time. Then we have My Best Friend's Exorcism. Okay, this book was really scary and gross. This is a horror book, and it was disgusting. There are a lot of trigger warnings, like all of the trigger warnings for this book. I liked it. I loved certain parts of it. I love that it was set in the 80s. I love the way this book feels too. I just love a good floppy paper bag. I love the cover because it looks like an old VHS tape and it's kind of beat up, which is nice because then I just felt like I could really like dig in, melt, relax with this book. But it was really terrifying. It was so scary. I love that it was set in the 80s. I loved the vibe. I loved the friendship story. Every single chapter is an 80s song, which I thought was really fun. It read like a movie. Like when I was reading it, I could really visualize it, so it felt like a movie. It's kind of long, and it was funny too. It was really funny. But all the trigger warnings, there were some things that I really didn't like about it. It was gross and like sad. I don't want to give away too many spoilers, but I also really enjoyed it and I thought it was a fun time and I thought it was perfect for Summerween too. So if you like horror, just check out the trigger warnings. You might actually really like this book. Okay, and then last but not least, we have Saturday Ghost Club, which I thought was going to be scary. It is scary. It's kind of scary. It's also sad. It's a great story. It definitely has the summer vibes. It takes place in the summer. It feels very nostalgic when you're reading it. You know, kids riding their bikes, just having a good time, but it also is really, really heavy. So keep that in mind. But I thought it was really fun and I thought it was great for Summerween. Okay, now let's get into this year's books. Okay, I started Summerween early. I kind of cheated. This is not a horror book, but it is a dark fantasy book. It definitely has thriller elements to it. It's pretty spooky. And I thought it was really fun. And it also takes place in the summertime. And this book counts for the prompts Night Sky. And I've had this book for well over a year on my shelf. I kept picking it up. I'd start it and then I'd put it down. It is good to read in the summer, but it takes place in a very dreary, like Washington, the islands of Washington, or Oregon. No, it takes place on the Oregon coast. And this summer it actually did work out because there was some dreary gray days, and I finished this book when it was a really gray morning. So that worked out nicely. It was very cozy and spooky, and it was fun. It was a fun read. That was great. Okay, now let's get into the thriller. So, okay, first thriller that we have here is The Stranger Upstairs. I have already started this book, but I'm not very far along. So far, I can tell you that it is about, actually, let me read you the back of this. That's better. A gruesome history, a hostile neighborhood, a new owner with a shocking secret. Welcome to Blackwood House. So Sarah Slays, she is, she's not great. She's kind of a mess. She's also a fraud and a liar. So she's not great. Relationship, her marriage, it's messy. It's not going well. She's a therapist, but she's a fraud. So we don't really like her, but I don't know. Shh, it's okay. We're still getting to, I know, I get it. It's okay. We're still getting to know Sarah, so we don't know if we really like her. Okay, so that's where I'm at right now. I will update you later on today. And the next book that I'm going to read afterwards is The Boyfriend. I'm really excited to read this book. I don't know, it just seems fun and scary. Is he the man of your dreams or your worst nightmare? I think it's going to be a good time. And my last thriller that I'm hoping to read in a week, although 3 thriller books in a week, that's a lot for me. We'll see. The last one, I will be camping at the end of Summerween, which I'm very excited for. This book takes place on a lake, and I will be camping on a lake. And I think it's the perfect vibe. I'm a little scared that I'm gonna get too scared. I am kind of a scaredy cat. I can be, but camping, we're gonna be paddling into our campsite, so we're not gonna have like access to a car. So that makes it just a little bit scarier. And then reading this scary book in my tent in the dark, that sounds really scary. I'm the kind of person that, like, when I watch a scary movie right before bed, I usually have to put on like a cartoon or a rom-com, you know, something really cozy and something really the opposite of a thriller to be able to go to bed. So just in case, there's so many cars driving by. I just don't know if you can hear them or not. So I've been pausing a lot. So this might be very choppy. Anyway, so just in case I get too scared from, I'm scared about this thriller the most. I have 2 other books that are my comfort cozy books that are still Summerween vibes, but they're not scary. And the first book is Wretched Water Park. It's The Sinister Summer, Book 1, Wretched Water Park. And this is a middle grade book. It seems very short. I think I read like a couple of chapters, but I guess I didn't bookmark it. I think I read the first 2 chapters. It seemed really cute and cozy, perfect for Summerween, and also perfect if you're kind of a scaredy cat and you need something to help you fall asleep at night. And then also, this also counts as a prompt. This counts as one of the prompts, I want to say. It's a graphic novel, and one of the prompts was to read a manga, and so I feel like this counts. It's not a manga, but it's a graphic novel. Garlic and the Vampire. And I've heard so many good things about this book. It seems really cute. I love graphic novels, and I especially love spooky graphic novels. Last Summerween, I read Fangs. I don't have that book. I gave it away to a friend, but I kind of want to buy it again because I really liked it. I loved it. I've read it a few times. Perfect for the summer, perfect for Summerween. But yeah, I love graphic novels. All right, so those are my plans. Also on my Summerween bucket list, in addition to these books and going camping, I would love to go to the beach. Other thing I would like to do is I would like to make a watermelon jack-o'-lantern. I need help. I'm not good with knives, so Mash would have to help me do that, but I asked him and he said he would. Some food things I want to make. Spooky monster burger, spider pizza, and ghosty pops. Not all on the same day, but I'm hoping to make the pizza and the ghosty pops today. So that is my Summerween plans. I'm very, very excited to take you along with me. I've never done anything like this. I've never done a readathon or any sort of book reviews on the tubes, but I watch a lot of these and they seem really fun. I've been watching them for years, and I think now, I don't know, it's summertime. This week is going to be actually pretty busy. I have family coming in town, so I'm starting Summerween early. I'm cheating. I'm a big cheater. I'm starting Summerween early because I have family coming into town the first few days of Summerween. Then once they leave, I'll pick up Summerween again, but I know I'm going to be busy because I'm going to be getting ready for my paddleboard camping trip. We'll see how much reading I get done. I think I'm going to need a lot of caffeine to get through all of these books in general. I've already ruined my stack. Okay, let me make them nice. And oh my gosh. Okay. All right, and this is my TBR for the week. So I'm really reading 3 thrillers this week. All thrillers, but I do have some safety books, okay? Because I'm a scaredy cat, and I don't actually read a lot of thrillers. I'm not really motivated to read thrillers except for last Summerween. That was my first. And right now I'm motivated to read thrillers. Hopefully I'll be able to sleep, and hopefully I won't have nightmares. I had a nightmare not that long ago. I'll share it with you, but not right now because I need to get to reading. So welcome to day 1 of Summerween. I am starting with The Stranger Upstairs. We'll see how far I get today. I will give you an update later on, and hopefully I will also be making some spooky snacks tonight, so I'll be able to show you that. I plan on drinking some cold brew right now, staying up a little bit later than usual, because if I could get close to finishing this book, I will be a very happy camper. You want to sleep? I found this picture of a spider pizza on Pinterest, and I knew I had to make it. I don't love olives, but I do love them on pizza. I knew that making these olive spiders was going to be a bit tedious, so I put on my headphones and I listened to the audiobook. To make the spider body, I just cut 1 olive in half lengthwise, and then for the head, I just cut off the tip by cutting a cross section. And then for the legs, I just used the little slices. I used a pre-made cauliflower crust to make the pizza, which made it really easy and also a lot healthier. I actually really like cauliflower crust, especially loaded with lots of sauce and lots of cheese.
My lipstick's smeared over my palms and my mascara's probably running down my cheeks. Bit of food poisoning, I think, I say cheerily. I'm babbling now. Gently, she pulls me to my feet. Do they sit there on my overpriced chair, staring at my best-selling book, crowding the wall, and my slimy smile plastered over my 2 shiny teeth, and feel like this? Gives me a little wave that makes me smile. The knot of nerves in my stomach starts to unravel. When the lunch bell rang, My teacher, Mrs. Dryly, finally wandered in and stood at the doorway, clicking her tongue. I've called you, Mum. What are you interested in? It meant a storm was coming, but the sun's as full as an egg yolk, and the sky is burning blue.
Okay, so I am about halfway through this book. It is getting pretty late. And if I'm being honest, this book is kind of boring. This book is not very scary, at least so far. I'm about halfway through. Main character, still unlikable. None of the characters are very likable. It's mostly just the main character kind of losing it, and her marriage is awful. It's just kind of depressing in like a pathetic kind of way, you know? I'm committed to finishing this book just because I'm already halfway through and it's really not that long. So I'm thinking I'm gonna read a little bit more. Oh, I'm gonna read in the dark. I'm gonna turn off all the lights. And I'm just gonna use my flashlight. I'm gonna continue with the audiobook and the physical book just because I think it'll help me stay focused and in the moment. And then I'm gonna wash my face and put on my pajamas. I'll probably keep listening to the audiobook while I wash my face just so I can get further along in this book, because I would like to finish this book tomorrow because I'm already ready to be done with this book. I'm ready to move on to my next book.
A warning goes off in my brain. I fumble with the hot kettle, narrowly avoid spilling boiling water over my forearm. Behind me, Anita says a quick goodbye, and she's halfway out the door when I call out desperately, Anita! She spins around in surprise, and when she realises it's me who called out, she gives me an annoyed look that says, God, not you. She shifts in her spot, glances at Emily and Tim like she's asking them to bail her out of this. Oh my God. Hey, lovey. You okay? She peers at me like a worried mother. You've gone a bit pale. Not too long ago, people used to ask me, where'd you get your highlights done? Or, love your nails. S&S, yeah? Now it's, are you okay? You sure?
You ready, Dari?
Darcy, what are you doing? Go sit down. Go sit down.
Darcy. Darcy, down.
She definitely shouldn't be on the table.
Darcy, down. Here, Mark. Yes, good girl.
That's more yours anyway. Here. There we go.
Yummer.
Here. I'll put the napkins right here. It was good.
Yeah, that's nice.
At first, I was disappointed that it wasn't warmer. I had high hopes of laying out on the sand reading my book, but it was really cozy sitting in the car, wearing my hoodie while I read. And this turtle cheesecake was so good.
Don't blow away, it's so windy.
I wish I was one of those people that could read while driving or read while in the car, but I cannot. I get super car sick, especially with these windy turns. But honestly, with this drive, all you want to do is look out the window. There is just something so nostalgic about being in a car, blasting music with the windows rolled down on a summer day. It's so funny how cold and windy it was because last year during Summerween, there was a heat wave, and my friend and I both participated in Summerween. We met up at the beach, and it was so hot. Everyone was in their bikinis, people were boogie boarding, it was cowabunga lifestyle. And my best friend and I, we even put on a sheet and had ourselves a little ghosty beach dance party. So I'll go ahead and put some of those clips from last year at the end of this video just for fun.
I love you, Darcy. It's already pretty late, but I realized I didn't give an update on The Stranger Upstairs. I finished reading this book this morning. I honestly liked the ending. I thought it was a good ending. If I didn't have the audiobook though, and if it wasn't so short, I probably wouldn't have finished it just because it did drag in the middle. And I also just feel like it would have been a better book if it was shorter, like a short story. I feel like this could have been a really good short story. I just think that it dragged in the middle and it just wasn't really worth being a full 300-page book. I feel like maybe it would be a little more interesting. I just think it'd be a better book and scarier if it didn't drag on. If it had like 100 less pages, I think it would be a much better book. But I did like the end. And I thought the story was good. I just didn't think it was worth 300 pages. So since I finished The Stranger Upstairs, I started reading The Boyfriend. We headed to the beach today. It actually ended up being really cold and windy, and we were starving, so we went and got fish and chips and clam chowder, and I sat and I read the first few chapters of this book at the restaurant. And so far I'm liking this book a lot. It already is faster paced. I've been reading this evening and I've made it to about page 80. I just made it to chapter 13, and so far this book is a lot more fast paced, and I think it's a lot more interesting, and it's already getting pretty scary. They already have their first victim. It's pretty gruesome. I will say that this is already making me a little squeamish. It's just a little gory, and one of the characters, a little creepy, wants to be a doctor, and he just talks a lot about arteries and blood and wanting to cut people open. I'm just kind of a squeamish person. I don't love doctors, I don't love hospitals, and I don't love blood. There's some gross parts in this book, and it's just begun, so I'm a little nervous this book might be a little scary for me. But it's fun because the first book didn't really scare me that much. I'm getting really tired. But I think I want to read like one chapter 13. I think I want to read that in the dark. I think I'm gonna go wash my face first because I'm already getting sleepy. That usually kind of wakes me up. Wash my face, brush my teeth, and then read one chapter in the dark. I want to read the inside of this book to you just because it's funny. She's looking for the perfect man. He's looking for the perfect victim. I do like the way this book started. There's multiple POVs, so that takes some getting used to. The main character goes on some really bad dates, and one of the dates that she goes on, the guy, super creepy, and he sucks. He says something so funny. It was so bad though. He's like, "You're the perfect woman. You're the perfect girl for me." And she's like, "Oh wow, that's like the sweetest thing I've ever heard on a date." And then he says, "Except for your arms. They're kind of flabby." No. And then later on she says something like, "Oh, maybe I'll give him a chance, like at least 10 minutes. No. Total deal breaker. Anyway, that guy does get his. I mean, he seems to have been making a comeback though. I'll leave it at that for now. Happy day 3 of Summerween. I woke up this morning and the power just went out. It wouldn't be so scary, except I haven't made my latte yet. Hey, Jenny. Yay, the power's back on. It's latte time.
I got my latte, I got my water, and I got my book. So now Summerween can officially resume with the boyfriend, which is actually, it's becoming quite terrifying. One of the victims, same age as me, 33 years old, living in New York, trying to find Mr. Right. I love you. I love my Darcy cuddles. It also makes me so happy that well, not happy. I guess I just feel really lucky that I've never had to go on any sort of dating app, because that sounds terrifying, especially after reading this book. If you are dating, if you're on any of the apps, this book might not be for you. The power has gone out again, which is kind of spooky, just when I was about to shower. And I'm wondering if I should shower in the dark or wait it out. Well, it's cool to have an excuse to use candles on Summerween. I was not anticipating having the power go out. We usually are pretty lucky around here. Okay, that gives me a little light in the bathroom. Well, that didn't last long. Power is back on, which is good because I really did not want to have to take a shower in the dark. I'm almost halfway through The Boyfriend. So far, it's pretty scary. I do like it. It's kind of grossing me out. I love you, Darcy. Let me find it. Let me set this down. Let me set you down. At least now we can be next to Mr. and Mrs. Skeleton. The main character has this disease, von Willebrand disease, and apparently it means that she bleeds excessively, which is really gross. I mean, no offense to anyone who has that disease. I shouldn't say that it's gross. It's just, I just am really squeamish, so I don't really like blood. If it's a lot of blood, which I know sounds really like pathetic, but it's true. And so I don't know. Every time she talks about that disease, it makes me feel a little bit uncomfortable. Yeah, and then it's especially gross just because, of course, like the murderous boyfriend, who I'm pretty sure we know who he is, although I just know that there's going to be a twist. But right now, the guy who seems to be the murderous new boyfriend is a doctor. I forgot what I was saying. Anyway, so his POV, the murderous boyfriend, suspect Tom, we're still early on, so I don't really know what's going on with Tom. I don't know what the mystery is, what the twist is going to be yet. And I don't want to give away any spoilers, but right now, Tom, he's a doctor. Mr. Skeleton. Okay, Darcy. Mr. Skeleton's fine. You'll be okay. Tom's POV takes place when he was in high school, and he loves his biology class, specifically dissections. Anyway, it's just all getting kind of creepy. His love for dissections, the creepy dreams that he's been having. So there's some scary things happening. I probably won't share a lot after this part of the book. I'll just tell you my thoughts, but I'm not going to give any more summaries because I don't want to give any spoilers. But honestly, right now, I'm really liking it. It's scary. And it's making me want to watch Scream. Like, I want to watch a good slasher film, but nothing too scary. I'm not trying to be traumatized. I'm not trying to... I don't want to be terrified. I don't want to be traumatized. But Scream, since I've seen it before and it's really not that scary, but it's still a slasher, I think that would be fun. Do you want to say hi, Miss Skeleton? Mrs. Skeleton? I actually want to take one of the skeletons to the lake. I want to take Mr. Skeleton to the lake. But that might seem kind of unpractical. Just because, we're limited on space. We have the paddle boards. We're trying to, cut space and weight. But it would be really fun to take him, have him sit in the floaty. I have less than an hour before my appointment, so I am going to make an iced coffee. I'm going to enjoy this book. I think I'm going to sit outside, see if I can read a couple more chapters, go to my appointment. I have to go grocery shopping because I'm going camping the day after tomorrow. We are going camping, and we gotta get groceries. I also gotta pack. I gotta load up all of our gear. I gotta do laundry, make sure all of the camping clothes and camping towels and all that stuff is clean and ready to go. Hi, my baby. I love you. Do you want to come up here? Yeah, you do. Come up my lap? Oh, good girl. Good girl. Darcy Cam. There we go. Darcy Cam. So the book is really good. I don't want to put it down, but I have to because I have an appointment and I don't want to be late. And I'm going to drop off little Darcy at doggy daycare. I'm afraid of leaving her at home. She needs to go to doggy daycare with me because I don't know if she'll have a little accident. She has a little bit of separation anxiety. And so I just would feel better. And that way I don't have to rush to get home. I can run some errands and then come home, dive back into this book. Vash has lobotomized the pineapple so I can cut out the guts and the insides and make a watermelon jack-o'-lantern. Monster burger number 1. Monster burger number 2. Oh my god, that one's ridiculous. Is it scary good? It's scary how good it is. Darcy's like, I think I should have put the tongue underneath the patty.
Oh.
I think I did that for yours. No, I didn't. Your patty's huge.
Oh.
Every time the main character, Sydney, gets a cut or a sudden nosebleed, I have to put the book down because of her disease where she just gushes blood, like bleeds. She's a bleeder. And I always have to put it down. So this is like the 3rd time that it's happened. And I just need a break. Little bitty break. Having trouble keeping my eyes open, so it's time for bed. But I still have a ways to go. Still have quite a ways to go.
This Summerween readathon will continue in my next video. And here's what's coming up. I finished The Boyfriend. It's a lot of fun. I also read The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager. Since this thriller takes place on a lake at a summer camp, the vibes couldn't be more perfect for Summerween. So I can't wait to see you in the next video where Darcy Dog, Mr. Skeleton, and the man of my dreams go camping. I hope you'll consider subscribing, and I hope to see you in the next video. And I wish you a very spooky Summerween.